Part 1 today we're going to answer some of the open-ended question and the part B. So after halfway listening and also after our speech and see the keys or ratings, we're going to move on to our listening. Our answering this answer in open-ended question. We're going to total of 5 questions, and firstly we're going to move on to the first question and move on to, and then at the end so we're going to answer the 5th question. Now let's begin by our first question. So, why gossiping considered one of the deadly sin of speaking? So, when you all know what is gossiping? So, gossiping is considered a deadly sin because it's kind of like combining with a lot because it spread harmful misinformation, also spread a lot of things about people, and it can lead to mistrust, and also convincing and private information about others. So, how about when you are talking to your friends about they have a secret to yours, and then you start gossiping about others. Like, hey, this person has something, or this person has something, or maybe they have really weird thing. Then that is what gossiping is. They affected people, they mistrust on people and relationship. Speaking with the integrity, avoid these negative affected on both people, listener and people. We all know that gossiping a deadly sin of speaking. Gossiping is how people are just you provide them some invertible mistrust and private information for others, and it is a very dead thing. That sin that nobody or this cannot be gossiping about others. They can lead to mistrust on people, relationships, and also a lot of different kind of things as well. Secondly, how prosody affect the way listeners perceive a speaker message. So prosody, which is also means as a rhyme, including rhyme, stress, and prosody of people when they are strained relationship. And so prosody, how does prosody affect the way listener are providing the speaker messages? So it's affect how listener and integrate with messages. So if we got prosody, it's also called rhymes and kind of a lot of different kind of things affected to it. There are also stress and division. This can also affect how people listen to you, they bring message to you, and they also can be conveyed informations that are also emotional, considerational, body language, and stuff like that. So poor prosody can make a message confusing and not engaging to the speaker as well. So moving on to the third question. Speaker advice combining honesty with love when speaking. So what is the advice to speaker? So the speaker advised that honesty could be paired with kindness and empathy. So this is like when you are considered with shaped with the honesty with love. So if we are honesty, we're having provide honesty with others and also combined with the kindness you give, the love that you also give to other people. This is how the speaker has talked to you. So the honesty is when you are sharing the honest and talk about the honest thing. Even if lying, you need to talk about the honest. Even the bad things that you have, you are trying to get honest, because the speaker advised that honesty should be pure with kindness and empathy. Speaker truthful without considering other feelings, and also about your own feelings about other feelings as well. If you don't share the kindness, don't share your own honest. Honesty also affected both the people are listen to you and the people who are truly care for you. Moving on to the fourth question, how understanding volumes and pace improve speech effectively. So when you're speaking, when people don't listen to you, it can get kind of boring and no emotional. You just talk, sit there with no emotional, just talk about why is it, just talk no pace at all. Think about it. How about I'm talk for about for the whole time, an hour, did not show emotional. How about I talk about really slow and did not getting emotional at all, just standing there, just sitting there like a frozen stone, and talk to you about mathematics, about a very detailed, really detailed things that people don't actually want it, because it's quite boring. So how does these volume and pace improve your speeches? When you present the speeches, people don't want you to talk too slow and they don't understand, or talk too fast that they don't actually hear you or just understand you, whatever. So that is things that you're never going to talk about. Even when you have no time left, try to pace yourself, just conclude your speech. And even if you don't have time, don't try to talk fast because it ruined your whole speech. Even if you have no time left to speech, your speeches about debating, if you don't have time, don't panic. You need to conclude your speech. So for these reasons, something like that. So that is how you conclude your speech fast. Also showing the judge or showing the people who are listen to you that this is still matter the most. So how about volume and space? So if you talk so small and people don't actually hear you and what you're talking about, also when you're talking really loudly about like listen to me just loudly and making attention to people and allowing, but you don't have to just shout at people if you want attention. Sometimes you should tell them. Sometimes you need these loudness for attention, not for shouting people to whatever. You need to listen to me and pay attention. That is don't want people's speeches. If you have the volume, make sure that your volume is not too small, not too big, not shouting people, not so tiny people can't see you, and that is showing shyness, showing aggressiveness, and showing that you don't care about. You need to care about both the audience and people who listen to you. Perfect pace it, like not shouting. So you perfect pace it, you have a motion, hand gesture, the body language as well, and also maintain the pace that you have. Don't speak too fast, don't speak too slow, but perfectly people can understand as well as you strength. Because sometimes people talk too fast and you don't even control your voices and don't know what you're talking about. And sometimes you speak too slow, you might remember what you're talking about now. So this is a big thing that you are to consider. Moving on to the last questions of this is connection between voice training, like temporary, with gesture, persona, and effectively for others. So what is kind of like this? So voice training improves a temperate, like quality of sounds and register, a pitch range, and persona is an innovation. Is the intonation and rhyme of the when you're speaking your speech, so which help the speaker communicate more effectively with people, also engaging with the audience, engaging with all the listener, and engaging with what you are talking about. So this is make easier to persuade and influence the others making. If you keep your pace really slow, really small, and how about really big but really fast, it can help effective your whole time speaking. A lot of people are trying to broadcasting not to do that, and that is shortcasting, which is a big problem to both the broadcasters and people who listen to you. So imagine if I'm just not talking really detailed about one thing and then talk really slow and no emotion at all, just take stone and don't talk much about it. This is really effective to both your speech. If you make firstly is temporary is quality of sound, register is the pitch range, and persona is intentional and rhyme when you're speaking. These can help speaker to engage, persuade, and more managing or to more easier to persuade and make it easier to inspire the trust in your heart. So they're more likely to inspire like if you inspire others to do something. But if you want to inspire to show others, you need to know what is your pace, what is your pitch, how you talk to people, how you manage to engage them. That's how you really talk at your speech. So this is my answer to the question. Thank you for guys listening, and goodbye.